ilikadapai here, and not the normal video as you can see. Some things happened, and I kind of wanted to give my subscribers a little update as to why I'm not going to be doing any motorcycle vlogs in the near future. And to start the story off, I'm going to say that, as you can see, the World of Warcraft expansion came out. It was released Tuesday, December the 7th, and today is Friday? Yeah. Is the Friday after, so yeah, I've been really into the game. That's one reason. The other reason is kind of a little scary story, so here we go. So the game was released again on Tuesday, and they had I went to the midnight release at one of the stores, and I kind of wanted to vlog about it, but I couldn't find my camera. I was basically rushing. I couldn't find my camera, and it was really cold, so I just decided to drive. I met a lot of cool people, very interesting, and sadly they were all Alliance, so I had to, represent and start the whole Alliance Horde battle per se. But yeah, after that I got home and I played for a couple hours, exploring the new content and having to deal with the people that are covering the NPCs that you need to click on, but you can't because there's a huge amount over them. Wonderful. So after a couple hours of playing, I went to sleep, and when I woke up, I had a couple hours before I had to go to class, so I played for a little bit more. Then I got ready for class, and then I decided, and then I went to head out, and again, I was going to vlog about how awesome the game was and everything, but I forgot the camera at home, which is a good and bad thing. More on that later. So, the weekend before, Friday or Saturday, I had some work done on my bike, basically to tighten the chain, and to do other minor maintenance stuff that I didn't want to do because I was playing this. When they were finished, they said something about fixing my throttle, which really didn't click at the time as to, why would they be doing that at all, type of thing. I wasn't really having any issues, but it seemed a little more responsive afterwards, so I kind of let it go, which I really shouldn't have. So that was a Friday or Saturday. Jump back or forward to the Tuesday. When I turned on my bike, normally when you turn on an engine, be it a car or a motorcycle, if it's fuel injection, the computer will tell the engine to rev slightly higher than normal to do the whole warm-up thing. My bike decided this day not to, which I thought was really odd at the time. I thought it was really odd that because it was actually the rev, it was actually going lower than normal. Normal is around 1300. It was actually around 1000. And after about 10 seconds, the fuel injection light came on, which again was another really scary experience. And I was like, okay, well, let's just see how this goes. I'll wait until, I'll do my normal warm procedures and see what happens. And after about 20 seconds, the fuel injection light went off and the engine started revving normally. So I was like, okay, well, it seems like it's going fine now. I'll just go to school. I'll come back and I'll deal with this a little later. So I went about 200 feet to the first stop sign. And you can see the stop sign in, a lot of my videos. And at the stop sign, I pulled on the clutch, and all of a sudden the engine decided to start revving to 6,000 and staying there. So no throttle at all, in clutch all the way in, and the engine was going at a steady 6,000 RPMs. Not the best sign. So I cut the engine off, I got off the bike, and I rolled it to the shoulder. And I took a look at the throttle lines, since with the new handlebars, in the instructions they say that you have to somewhat position the throttle lines, or else it'll, it can get caught on the bodywork. So I was making sure that it wasn't caught anywhere. It wasn't. So and not being mechanically inclined for a motorcycle, I didn't really know what else to do. So I decided to get back on the bike, and I started the bike, and it decided to be normal again. So I was like, okay, well, let's just get to school. Actually, no, at that time, I wanted to turn back and put the bike away and just drive. But as I was letting out the clutch to initiate motion, the engine just jumped again, which caused the rear wheel to spin. The shoulder was really gravelly. The tail end kicked out a little bit, jumped forward. I pulled in both the clutch and the brake at the same time, and but I didn't have adequate footing, and I dropped the bike. Nothing too serious, just a couple minor scratches. Still a little upset about that, but even more upsetting was during this whole process of trying to figure out what was going on, from actually arriving at the stop sign. It's a 2-lane road, not very well used, not used very often, and there were no cars in sight. But as I was following, there was a car that was coming up, and apparently this asshole wanted to hug the shoulder with someone on the shoulder. So as I fell, he clipped my... I'm not sure if he hit my body, but he definitely hit my backpack. So, long story short, my entire body is really sore right now, just from, putting down the bike. I kind of fell in an awkward position. I tried to manhandle the bike too. So I think I pulled a muscle in my left leg. It fell on the left side. I pulled a muscle on my left leg. My arms are really sore because the car basically pulled the backpack, hit the bottom of the backpack, pulled upwards. So like my armpits, my arms, my chest really hurt. And of course, they were kind enough not to stop and actually ran the red light and just kept going. One of the times when I wish I really had my camera, because I probably would have caught it. But again, luckily the bike isn't really damaged. Again, it only has a couple scratches. My backpack basically saved my helmet. I didn't really fall on my helmet. But the way that the car hit the backpack, it kind of cushioned between the helmet and the floor as I was rolling afterwards. So the whole ordeal has really put a scare in me. Not so much that I don't want to ride a motorcycle, I just don't want to ride my motorcycle currently. So until it's 100% fixed, I'm probably not going to be getting on it at all. So, yeah, I don't really know what else to say. It's just, yeah, for everyone who's currently subscribed to me, I'm trying to do a couple World of Warcraft videos, but again, until everything's completely fixed, I will not be doing the normal vlogs that I have been currently. So, I apologize for that. And I guess I'll see you guys in the future.